Scientists find no evidence that depression is caused by chemical imbalance or low serotonin level. The hypothesis that depression is caused by a chemical imbalance in the brain has been around since the 1950s. However, there is not enough evidence to support it. There are many studies that show that depression is not caused by a chemical imbalance. For example, the study of depressed individuals who were given antidepressants and found to be no happier than those who were given placebos. There are also studies of people with low serotonin levels who do not tend to have higher rates of depression than those without low serotonin levels. In addition, there are other factors that can contribute to depression, such as stress or life events and genetics. What is the depression chemical imbalance hypothesis? The depression chemical imbalance hypothesis is the most accepted theory on the cause of depression. It states that depression is caused by serotonin levels in the brain. The depression chemical imbalance hypothesis has been around for a long time, but it was not until recently that scientists have been able to prove it. They found that people with depression had lower levels of serotonin in their brains than those who are not depressed. Explanation of the scientific evidence debunking depression as a chemical imbalance. Depression is a serious mental illness that affects around 300 million people worldwide. It is one of the leading causes of disability and death globally. Depression has been thought to be caused by a chemical imbalance in the brain. However, recent studies have shown that this theory is not accurate. Instead, depression may be caused by a combination of factors such as genetics, environment, and life events. The issue with antidepressants is that they are not as effective as we think they are for many people who don't respond to them well or at all. This can lead to people feeling more depressed and less hopeful about their condition. The impact of the depressing news on society and what we can do to change it. Depression is a mental illness that can affect anyone, but it's especially common among adolescents. In the US, suicide is the second leading cause of death for 15 to 24-year-olds and one of the leading causes of death for people between ages 10 and 14. The good news is that depression rates in society have been declining in recent years, but there are still plenty of myths out there about mental health that need to be debunked.